Thanks, Dave. First off, good afternoon to everyone, and thanks for joining us for what is another exciting day for Toronto FC and our fans. Today marks a historic moment for not only Toronto FC, but Major League Soccer. Today we are announcing the signing of Sebastian Giovinco, who at just the age of 27 is in his prime and was really pursued by many of the top clubs around the world, followed by his great career at Juventus. Although Sebastian cannot be with us today, I want to stress that we are beyond excited to add a player of Sebastian Giovinco's caliber and international reputation to our roster starting in July. And we know that the league office is just as excited as we are. This will go down as an important moment in the growth of Major League Soccer, because this time Seba chose TFC and MLS above and beyond many of the international clubs that are in his pursuit. So that's why we're here today, to celebrate this moment. At the end of last season, we made a commitment to our fans that we would not be afraid to continue reaching for the stars. And I think today it speaks volumes about that commitment and the lengths that our organization will go, from the ownership down to the locker room staff, to field a winning team, a team for the city, a team for the fans. So I'll stop talking and rambling on about TFC. Let me talk a little bit about the player. Sebastian he started with the youth system at Juventus. He, alongside Claudio Marchisio, were sort of the two highly touted prospects coming out of the academy. From there, he spent 6 years with Juventus, 2 at Parma, 2 at Empoli. And he's produced everywhere he's gone. He's not a player who just creates. He can score goals, and I think that's evidenced by his play at Parma, Juventus, and the Italian national team. Seba also brings, which is important to us, a championship pedigree. He's won back-to-back Scudettos and Supercopas with Juventus. So what we want to do now is turn your attention to the video screen, as we have a message from Seba, as well as some footage of his play.
Hello Toronto and MLS. I am excited to sign with Toronto FC and see you all this summer. Thank you for your support. Adesso faccio un saluto in italiano. Ciao Toronto, ciao Canada. Aspettatemi che a lui arrivo. Un bacio, ciao.
Thanks, Seba. I think it's important also to note that Sebastian remains a player for Juventus until this summer. You know, he's been there his entire, he grew up there, and he left and then came back to Juventus, and he's really committed to their cause, and he's committed to playing his contract out. We talked about his dedication to Juventus, and we wanted to make sure he left in the right way. Throughout this whole process, the recruitment, the scouting, you know, we could not help but think about the excitement of our fans. Just the enormous and supportive Italian population in Toronto, what this will mean to them, what this will mean to the rest of our fans who've been with us for a number of years. Obviously, we've never made the playoffs, but we're here to correct that. We're doing everything we can to give something back, to deliver a winning side. You know, I think that our fans really are some of the best in MLS, but we need to give back to them. What I would say is, over the last few days, the number of calls we've received and the attention and response we've received in social media, we're just really excited about the new BMO field and what this atmosphere will be like this summer. So with that, I would like to, really, before I turn it over to Greg, I would like to just give a few thank yous. First, I'd like to start off by thanking our ownership group led by Mr. Larry Tannenbaum. The resources and the commitment that you've shown and given to us will not be forgotten and will be repaid. I would like to thank Tim Lywicki. His passion and drive for TFC and MLS is really just incredible, and I cannot emphasize enough that we would not be here today without Tim Lywicki's leadership envision. I would like to thank Andre D'Amico and of course, Sebastian Giovinco, who are committing to a project. They're committing to something bigger than just one team, one club. It's about this project of this organization and our vision. I would like to thank our partners, Commissioner Garber and Todd Durbin, and most likely, or at the end, I would like to thank our fans again for their commitment and loyalty. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Greg just to speak a little bit about our roster and what this means and the role, the impact that Sebastian will have for our team.
Thank you, Tim. It's been an exciting week, I think, for TFC, both fans and obviously staff alike. I also want to thank everybody involved in this process over the last week and really as we moved into today. First off is the player, Sebastian Giovinco. Obviously, we've seen a lot from him and we know him as a player. What he's going to bring to us at TFC as we looked at our roster as we moved into the offseason, we all thought we need a player who can help us create in the attacking third of the field. A player who can set other players up, who can give other players opportunity, but can also create opportunities of his own. We had a very, very short list of players who fit that mold, and this guy was right at the top of them, and we are incredibly fortunate at the way this came about, and that we are here today to announce him as a part of our roster. So it's an exciting time. Obviously, the addition of Josie and the connection with he and Michael. We looked at our DPs and making sure that those three players complement each other on the field, that they are the core of our team on the field, that they're making decisions for us, they're driving us forward, and that we can create and put a supporting cast around them so that we can be a phenomenal team on the field. That's what this addition is today, is that we are connecting our pieces. Michael, who plays a little bit deeper in the midfield, Giovinco, who is the playmaker, who connects us to the attacking half, and then Josie, who finishes things off for us. So that's a big part of that. Additionally, this week, we had the addition of our 5 draft picks, which we were very excited about. We expect that of those 5 guys, that a few of those guys are going to be pushing for roles within the first team. We also added Jay Chapman as a homegrown player. So what's important to us is we are not just building a roster based on 3 players. We're building a roster based on depth, based on a plan, and based on us looking forward into this new season. We're excited for today, and we're excited for the entire week. We know we still have positions and roles that we need to fill within our roster as we move forward into next year. We have and look forward to announcing some things in the coming weeks, but we're still not done with that. We are going to be a successful team next year, and we're going to be a great product for you, the fans, to keep an eye on over the course of the year. So thank you for attending today, and I'm going to pass over to Hoppy to share some thoughts.
Thanks, Greg. This is obviously a very big day for TFC, and all of us at Toronto FC and at Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment are incredibly enthused about the move that we're announcing today, the move we announced with Josie Altidore just 3 days ago, and the additional moves that Greg's referred to. What's clear is that we've got a very, very high ambition for our football club, and that the investment that we're making over at BMO Field and the renovated BMO Field, the ambition we're demonstrating with these roster moves demonstrate our commitment to a winning football program and a big football program here in Toronto. I really have a message to the fans, which is thank you for your support. Has been unbelievable. So far today, we've sold and renewed almost another 1,000 season seats, and we're going to open the new BMO Field May 10th, and we invite anyone who's also interested in renewing your season seats or joining us at Toronto FC for the first time or a game to log on to www.torontofc.ca, and we'll see you down at BMO Field May 10th.